To those of you expecting a long wait, we regret to inform you that Dead Man Mode Apocalypse begins in just 2 months.
No, Ayiza. No, it's not soon. No, it's not. No, it's not. You want me to explain why it's not soon? Dead Man Mode came out when? I want to say it was maybe December of 2014. And then you guys ran a season every 3 months, Ayiza. And then you're like, we're taking Dead Man away. And the next time you see Dead Man, you might not even recognize it. And then you released one a year and a half later with Dead Man Reborn. And you're like, this is going to be the future of Dead Man Mode. It's going to be great. And we can't wait to do more. And now it's been almost 2 years. 2 years, Ayiza! And now you're making us wait 2 more months!
The 2-year-long wait is over and a lot of the community is rejoicing. Let's sum up some of the changes. Basically, there will be breaches, which means big monsters will spawn randomly around the world. Notifications will go out and tell you where they are, and they will drop some massive loot. The finale will also have these monsters everywhere, of course. There'll be new sigils coming in. You can emerge your account when you finish with the World 45 Dead Man Mode world. There'll be $25,000 up for offer in the final. There will be one person crowned the ultimate winner, but there'll be no 1v1s, and the money will be spread amongst all of the competitors depending on where you finish. And let's hear what Broedy thinks about it.
30 pounds coming in from Mr. Behemeth. If you have a minute, Deadman Mode thoughts / plans. I'll play it, but my thoughts, I've not read the blog, man. That's my genuine thoughts. It sounds very private servery, but I think that's Deadman Mode anyway these days. Other than that, yeah, I don't really fully know. 30 quid, lad. Let's make 30 big ones, bro.
The biggest waste of £30 I have ever spent, so make sure you drop a like and share this video around. Here's some of Dino's thoughts during his stream.
Again, I always play Dead Man for like the casual competitive side of things, not the week-long seasonal. So I understand the multi-end. This does seem kind of juicy. Honestly, it does. I feel like players who really liked the 1v1s and really wanted to get into it and all that stuff are going to hate this. But I personally don't mind that at the moment. I'm trying to focus in on those unforgettable random encounters with more participants than ever, wrestling for control over resources or breaches, and giving you an apoloctical.
I really like how he's not too bothered on who the ultimate winner is, but just wants to play and enjoy the game mode. I also reached out to Faux, and this is what he thought.
Behemeth, thanks for the 25, man. If you have a minute, thoughts and plans for Dead Man Mode. Nah, nice try, man. I know people have been baiting reactions and lately. Nice try. I know you work for Kemp Q. Get out of here.
Faux very worried it was going to get clipped out of context, but he had some very important thoughts on the matter. I'm going to try and sum it up as best as possible, but it went on for about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, here's my thoughts, right? So sometimes throughout the day, several times a day, they say there's going to be some like rift opening or whatever, and they're going to announce it across the world. So like it's going to be like, oh, there's a rift opening east of Ardoon, you know, right? It's going to suck because every time they announce that, if you want to show up to it and go do that, you got to deal with Rot Foe, okay? And you're just going to end up getting killed by Rot Foe and all of Rot Foe's homies. So here's my thought on what they should change about it. Good idea to encourage PvP content in a PvP game mode. Absolutely. However, comma space pause for effect. What I think they should do is broadcast the multi-area. Don't broadcast the single combat area. So that way, when Papega Joe's going around his day, you know, doing barrows or whatever on Deadman mode, and he's walking through the swamp, and then Jad's there, he can kill Jad for a fire cape, and maybe not have 40 people jump on him that have all been swapping to get the best gear to make sure that no one else can kill this. You remember when Jagex was like, hey, all of you guys that are boosting in Bounty Hunter, we don't think that's very fair to the game mode, so you're banned, right? You're about to allow swapping in Deadman mode, Jagex. I think it's an interesting idea. I think announcing a league would be 10 times more hype right now, but it should be entertaining. We're going to be able to see skill specs die to Zuck in Varrock, so that's awesome. I like that they're bringing back the aspects of Deadman Reborn with the sigils. That's a good thing. It made it exciting, it made it new, it made it fun, made it to where there's no established meta. But it's gonna suck if they announce all of the, like, if they broadcast in the game all the locations of the bosses when they come out. That's my thought. Thanks for the 25, man. Yeah, I know the title. Faux is furious about Deadman mode.
I guess by that reaction and that summary, we can conclude that Faux is absolutely furious. But in all seriousness, a lot of people are saying that he has some really good ideas that could be implemented. I like that the blog came out and they also put out a survey where you could put in your ideas that they could implement. And they have 2 months to work around and add some new things in that the players want. Let me know your thoughts and opinion on Faux ideas and any ideas you have yourself. I've linked the blog and the survey you can complete to change the game mode all down below. And we couldn't address Deadman mode without reaching out to the king Odablock.
Actually, I'll give you something to work with, because I feel bad, you know? I'll give you, like, some controversial... You can make the title, like, Odablock attacks Jagex again. Like that, you know what I'm saying? I got you. Let me think of something. Yeah, RuneScape is being absolutely ruckin' cheap here. What they're doing with this new DMM is they're trying to avoid server error and not trying to create a when it registers section again, thus why incorporating PVM monsters into the finale and not doing 1v1s anymore. Very shameful. I just gave you like at least the easy YouTube title right there, didn't I? Behemeth? Love you, man. Thank you for the $20.
Now, he did a whole hour-long segment. If you want to hear his actual response, it's all linked down below on his YouTube channel. But with all this going on, the war between Iron Men main accounts and PvP as rages on, but a cold one has the perfect summary.
At the top of the food chain, you got the PVMers. Below them, you got the PKers. Below them, you have the regular Iron Man. Below them, you have the hardcore Iron Man. Below them, you have the Ultimate Iron Man. Below them, you have the hardcore group Iron Man, then the group Iron Man, then the green helmets, then there's the collection loggers, and then there's you. Specifically you.
I agree with a fair bit of his pecking order, but of course he forgot to mention that hardcore Iron Mans are the most superior game mode and they're at the top of the food chain. And speaking of the food chain, someone who wants to be eating tonight is Identify Versing Donator for 1 billion GP.
What a kill for 500 mil. I kill him like that. Yo, that's embarrassing on his end. Nah, I'm joking. Good fight.
They were going at it for a couple of hours, having a lot of back and forths, but this next clip started to get very heated. And while they were going at this DM afterwards, a lot of accusations were thrown around.
Can't lie, that's actually very unfortunate. Oh my. Oh my.
Identify quickly getting out of there. He doesn't actually have any GP on him, but the donator had all of his gear and 1 billion GP on him. The Russia wants to try and take it all.
Don't tell me he actually got entangled, bro. Oh my god, bro.
And of course, no one's surprised that this Russia is doing 10-way switches in about 1 second and then quickly going to his spec bar, meaning he is definitely using auto hotkeys. But these rushes never seem to get banned, and unfortunately Donator went down for all of the GP. But some people were throwing around accusations that Identify quickly went off the Donator so that this rusher could attack him, but Identify is pleading ignorance, saying he was trying to attack him. And watching the clip back, if that was planned, he would have to be doing it tick perfectly because he was trying to get that red click.
He got chanced here. You think I'm gonna want to set someone up like this? If he hit a 40, he was dead. Look, he asked me a question, so I replied 1. And then I tried to attack him. Look, you can see. After I replied, I click him. I tried to attack him.
To me, it looks like there was no funny business going on there, except for the only funny business being those rushes never getting banned despite cheating every single day. Many regard Purp as the funniest old school RuneScape streamer there is, so let's see how he goes when trying a little bit of stand-up.
Welcome to my stand-up comedy. How about women, hey? You can't live with them, you can't live without them. How do you make a woman
After we saw TauRS do a subathon lasting over 30 days, well, it looks like gingerbeardie has stepped up to the plate. I believe every sub is going to be adding 10 minutes onto his timer. And it didn't take long to get to 61 hours, but have a look at the madness that followed.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Okay. Oh,
Mate less than 3 suck my and lick my 7777777777777777777.
A very quick, but in another way, an extremely long way to gain 1,600 subs. A little while later, that sub timer was up to over 300 hours, and that equates to over 12 days. This man is going to be live for an extremely long time.
what? Gilded Hasta? No way.
And I love that the person who sent me this said that it's the second worst piece of Gilded you can possibly receive, and he's absolutely right. That one being terrible, only beaten by the dirty, stinking Gilded Spear in the first and worst place of Gilded. But I guess congrats to Envy on getting a drop, but it had nothing on this drop.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes!
And with that beautiful staff at 500 odd KC, this man has completed TOA, which is something that aussieshifter aims to do at TOB. Unfortunately, she hasn't got a purple here.
Oh my god, no.
And she's stating she simply can't believe her RNG with 2 rapiers, a Justy top, and an Avernic with the pet now in just 78 KC.
Make sure to like and subscribe to never go dry for a drop ever again.